Your script is already strong, well-structured, and hits the 450-word mark very closely. However, if you'd like, I can lightly refine it for tighter phrasing, clarity, and flow while keeping the word count the same. Here's a polished version with the same message. Attorney General Pam Bondi remains a central figure in the continuing controversy surrounding Jeffrey Epstein, years after his death. Once a loud voice for transparency, Bondi now faces sharp criticism after the Justice Department, under her leadership, confirmed Epstein's death as a suicide and announced no further records would be released. That decision reignited public pressure for answers, especially regarding the alleged client list linked to Epstein's sex trafficking ring. Bondi maintains that no such list exists in Epstein's official criminal file, but questions remain, particularly with high-profile names like Donald Trump resurfacing. Trump, a former associate who once flew on Epstein's private jet in the 1990s, has denied any wrongdoing. His aides point out that he cut ties with Epstein long ago, even banning him from Mar-a-Lago. When Bondi served as Florida's Attorney General from 2011 to 2019, Epstein's original case had already concluded. He had served 13 months under a state plea deal, widely criticized as the deal of the century, which federal prosecutors declined to challenge at the time. Although she had no direct role in that prosecution, Bondi has remained involved in the case since taking over as U.S. Attorney General in 2025. Following Epstein's federal indictment and death in 2019, Bondi spoke out strongly against the earlier plea deal, arguing that Epstein should never have been released or allowed work release. She pledged justice for the victims and promised to revisit the case. After her federal confirmation, Bondi raised hopes again by suggesting documents such as flight logs and names would be made public. She told Fox News the files were under review and hinted that a release was imminent. But nearly 3 weeks later, the public has yet to see those records, prompting backlash and further speculation. In a new effort to bring more transparency, Bondi has asked federal judges to unseal grand jury transcripts tied to the case. So far, one judge has rejected her request, and another has asked for additional documentation. Meanwhile, prosecutors and Bondi's deputy recently held meetings with Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's longtime associate who is serving a 20-year sentence for her role in the abuse. Bondi now finds herself caught between legal limits and rising public demand for disclosure. As the national conversation continues, the fate of any new revelations may rest on her ability to navigate a system still shrouded in secrecy. And pressure from all sides to finally bring the full story into the light. Let me know if you'd like this version to be even more condensed, adapted for TV/radio voiceover, or reworded to suit a different tone.